Hi students, hope you all are doing well. Today we are going to study a new poem named The Last Bargain written by Rabindranath Tagore, the legendary poet himself. He is the only poet from the Indian subcontinent who has bagged the Nobel Prize for Literature, and he is considered as one of the most important poets of all time. So let us get into the chapter. The first stanza. Come and hire me. I cried while in the morning I was walking on the stone paved road. Someone is crying and saying, come and hire me or give me a job while he was walking on a stone paved road. Sword in hand, the king came in his chariot with a sword and all his amenities, richness, and all these things. The king came there and said, he held my hand and said, I will hire you with my power. Say it again, I will hire you with my power. But his power counted for naught, and he went away in his chariot. The king said that with all my power, I will hire you. But the poet thought that his power will be counted for nothing, and thus he went away in his chariot. The first offer was from a king early in the morning. The king possesses more power than everyone, more possesses than even wealth. Thus, the king offers him power in return for his services. King is saying that he will give him power in return of what his services are. But the poet or the speaker thinks that his power is not that much worth because it can even fade soon. So he refuses the king's offer. Second stanza. In the heat of the midday, the houses stood with shut doors. I wandered along the crooked lane. An old man came out with his bag full of gold. He pondered and said, I will hire you with my money. He weighed his coins one by one, but I turned away. Second, he was in a midday, it was really hot, and every houses was shut, the doors were shut, and he was walking alone in a crooked lane, in a bad place. But an old rich man came there with his bag full of gold, and he said that he will hire you. He will hire him, and for his service, he will give him money, a lot of gold. But he then refuses his offer too. It is because he felt that that money will also be spent soon, and that cannot buy eternal happiness. So the third stanza. It was evening. The garden hedge was all a flower. The fair maid come out and said, I will hire you with a smile. Her smile paled and melted into tears, and she went back alone into the dark. Now a beautiful girl came there, a natural beauty with flowers all around came there, and she said that beautiful mermaid like beautiful girl said that come to work with me and I will give good smiles as a reward for your service. But the speaker felt that her happiness was sorrowful in disguise. It is not the real happiness. Even behind that smile, there is sorrow going inside her mind. Thus, he did not find it also suitable for him. So, he turned away to find the real happiness and freedom. So, now the final stanza. The sun glistened on the sand, and the sea waves broke waywardly. A child sat playing with shells or seashells. He raised his head and seemed to know me and said, I hire you with nothing. From thenceforward, that bargain struck in child's me a free man. So now, in the final stanza, while our poet was going through beyond or through a seashore, he find an innocent small child who was playing with seashells. He was he placed there with him. The child said that he cannot pay him anything for the labor he does, but still, what our speaker said, he accepted the offer. The speaker or the poet thought that while playing with the child, he will lose nothing, but he will gain utmost blissful happiness and freedom. He will be a free man and will receive everlasting happiness while playing with that innocent child. This was the last bargain that made the speaker accept, as it was not compromising his freedom. The poet went to many people to get him a job, but at last king came there with all his power. A rich man came there with gold. A girl came there with a beautiful girl came there with smile, and still he was not happy. At last, a small boy, a child, was playing in the seashore with seashells. He hired him without nothing, but he realized that there he will be able to find innocent, everlasting happiness, blissful feeling, and there he will be able to see freedom. As you all know, Rabindranath Tagore is a great human being who has worked a lot for Indian freedom. And this poem also depicts the value of happiness and freedom. I hope you people understand the exact essence of the chapter. Thank you for watching. If you confront any doubts, uh, please let me know.